Hi, I'm Tracy.
And I'm Graham.
And together we're the Flying Finnies.
We're super excited because we're about to head away for our first overseas trip in around about 2 years. This one to Singapore. We're heading off this afternoon and on a plane tomorrow morning.
So we are going to take you through the next 24 odd hours of travel and what we need to do to get into Singapore, because there is quite a lot that we've had to do to get approval to go. There's still one stage we have to get through, so fingers crossed we get through all the things that we need to clear to get approval to go. But yeah, come along on the journey. So this is the first stop on our tour of Singapore. This was a hotel that we added in at the last minute for a couple of reasons, primarily because we need to be at the airport really early in the morning, and we thought we'd book a hotel close to the airport, and another reason is to get an upgrade to silver within the Accor group. So just gonna see if we can get a room tour.
Welcome, come on in. Spartan.
Where are we? What hotel are we in?
So we've actually come down to in and around the airport because we've got to be in at the airport very early tomorrow for PCR testing and so on. So we're staying at an Ibis Hotel, which is part of the Accor group. And the reason why we're here is to maybe get elevated to their silver level, which might help us out in one of our hotels later on in the trip, but more to follow on that. So pretty standard room. The thing that we're really interested in though is the bathroom, which seems to have almost been plonked in place here.
Oh, it's like a little capsule.
It's almost like the boat.
It does, it's like a boat. Look at the bottom, it's like a boat floor. It's not real timber. It's a bit Japanese, don't you think?
Yeah, a little bit capsule hotel-ish. But
it's very compact.
All of the requirements.
It will meet all of the requirements.
There's a bar downstairs, very importantly for us, and a restaurant.
One double, one single bed, absolutely no view, tea and coffee, pretty much everything we need. TV. That's about it. All right, it was cheap, I'm assuming?
$149.
Okay.
Well, it's far too early in the morning to be up and moving, but we're very excited because we're about to go to the airport to get something shoved up our nose for our PCR test, which is going to get us to Singapore.
So today is our travel day, hopefully, from Sydney to Singapore. We are sitting at Sydney Airport, Sydney International Airport now, waiting for the results of our COVID test. So they're due in. They said in about 90 minutes we should have the results, so that's about now. We've been, I've been anxiously checking my emails, but the results haven't come through yet. So we'll keep you updated, but hopefully we will be on a flight to Singapore soon.
Maybe about 4 hours.
Well, let's just hope we get the approval to go. So hopefully we can go and check in soon. So yeah, all right, check in soon.
So we've just received word back that we are negative for COVID based on our PCR test. I've got to be honest, the whole PCR testing thing was pretty flawless. It only took us about 5 minutes to queue up, check in, then go and get tested, and the results came back within an hour and a half. So we've now got everything printed out, and we're ready to go to the check-in counters.
And what are we hoping happens when we get there?
An upgrade, hopefully.
Okay, fingers crossed.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't get the upgrade that we were hoping for, and whilst we did enjoy some really nice lounges, it was economy for us all the way. So, cheers. Here we are, we've made it to the Sydney International Airport Departures Lounge. We're currently enjoying the first class lounge because the business class is currently closed, so lucky us.
Mm-hmm.
And we've managed to get through all of the screening tests and all of the paperwork to get us this far.
And there was quite a bit of it.
There was.
So there's 5 steps essentially to get us to this point, to be able to get on a plane to go to Singapore. The first thing is that we obviously had to be double vaccinated, and then we could get our international vaccination certificate. We then had to make sure that we had enough travel insurance. So Singapore has a rule that you need at least $30,000 worth of travel insurance when you're in country. So we kind of overstepped the mark there. We've ended up with 2 insurance policies to cover us in all circumstances. And then we needed to apply for what's called a vaccinated travel pass through the Singapore government. Only a few days prior to us coming, I think 3 days out.
3 days.
We then had to apply for what's called a health entry card. Again, that's something done digitally through the Singapore government. And then the final thing, which was the one that worried us the most, is we had to have a negative PCR COVID test prior to boarding the plane. So we did that very early this morning at Sydney Airport. And after an anxious wait of nearly 2 hours, we both got negative results. So nothing's going to stop us getting there now, at least until we get to Singapore and do another test and see if we're still negative.
That's right. The good part about all of this is that much of the work can be done digitally, online. There is a really, really good website. It's through the Changi Airport. It's called their Concierge, and you can log in and it'll actually step you through all of the requirements and then takes a record along the way just to make sure that you're meeting all of the entry requirements.
So that summarised everything really concisely for us. So yeah, we'd recommend that if you are travelling to Singapore in this COVID environment, have a look at that and it'll take you through all the steps. Anyway, we're ready to go. We're just waiting to board.
Let's go.
Your muesli.
Delicious. It's got a whole lot of hazelnuts in it. Some beautiful bird chow. Very Neil Perry.
For lunch? What have you got for lunch?
Oh. So today we've got the Wagyu beef, which is served with a little bit of the Penfolds Canopy Gold Shiraz Cabernet.
Nice Australian wine.
It is, with a bit of focaccia.
Oh, I wonder if the focaccia is as good as yours.
Time will tell.
we have just arrived at the end of a very long travel day to our first hotel in Singapore. It's called the Hotel. It is very compact but very bright and light, so actually nicer than I was expecting. So this is kind of our budget hotel that we're staying in for 3 nights.
Or longer.
And then we're going to change it up. So what's really interesting about this is we are actually locked in this room now until we get notification that our COVID test on arrival is negative. So we're really hoping it's negative, or else we're going to be stuck in this little hotel room together for 6 days or something, probably longer. So quick tour, it won't take long. So we've got TV over here, little nifty hooks here, very compact space-wise. The bed, I guess this is its daytime position, so at night you press a button somewhere, which oh here. You ready? Bed moves down into a lie flat position. Feels like a business class seat. And then, little hanging area, slippers, the piece de resistance. I got quite scared when I first opened this. Whoa, look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? I've just realised there's blinds there, fortunately, or else I won't be able to go to the bathroom for 3 days. But that's incredible. What did we pay for this? About 150 Singapore dollars a night, something like that? Yeah, quite good value, I think.
And best yet, you get your food delivered by a robot. You might have to get a video of that later on.
Okay, so another nice little feature that I just discovered is the fold down desk. You're not going to fit too many textbooks on there, but it'll be fine for our laptop. And then the chair, can you see this? The chair slides into the bedside table here, look. Nifty little fold out chair. Oh, bedside table pulls out. Little mini fridge there, very little mini fridge there. All right, well, we have just had some room service delivered because we are not allowed to leave the room yet. So very efficient. 2 Coronis, which we're going to start with. We have got some little fancy prawn chips. This is a Singapore laksa. The soup is there, so we'll just have to put that together in a minute. And in here is a nasi goreng, which looks delicious as well. All beautifully presented. Yum yum. And we're pretty hungry. We might need to order something else. But anyway, what we're going to do first is we're going to crack our beers. Very efficient. And have a drink in the bathroom where the best view is from. So I'm going to sit officially on the throne. Graham's going to sit here and join me.
Cheers. Well, thanks very much for tuning in to our first vlog here from Singapore. It's been a great 24 hours, but there's heaps more to come. So stay tuned on YouTube, Facebook and Instagram. Can't wait to show you more of this amazing city. See you then. Where's the camera?
Sorry?
Am I looking at the camera now?
I can't tell because my glasses are weird. Just do it.
Hold on, just turn.
What?